So I really felt like doing a chilled back makeup tutorial. Super simple, nothing crazy. I'm just going to start concealing my monster friends, which are a lot of sits that I have been getting. I do not know why. I'm using the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW25. This is basically going to neutralize my zits so the foundation covers them better. Now I'm just going to use a lip balm and just apply that all over the lips. My lips have been getting so dry because of the weather. It's up and down. For foundation, I'm using L'Oreal Infallible with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. And I forgot to apply primer. Oh well, yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my foundation all over the face. Literally a thin layer, which is crazy because I kind of want to do a really natural look. So a really light layer of foundation. Now I'm going to take my Naked Skin Concealer and I'm just going to apply that a little bit under the dark circles. Well, I said a little bit. Well, story of my life. I'm also going to apply the concealer on the eyelid to conceal my veins and my dark circles. Because I did use a tiny bit of product on my face, I'm going to use a powder with a little bit of coverage, and this one is the Physicians Formula in Buff Beige. I'm just going to set my concealer and foundation with that powder. Again, applying very light layer of that as well. Next are the brows. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow and Soft Brown. Brows are done. Next, I'm going to warm up my face ever so lightly with the Maybelline Fit Me 355 press powder, and I'm just going to give myself a little bit of bronze, a little bit of shape. Can't believe I'm saying a little bit. As always, contouring my nose with, you guys know what, my Kat Von D Shading Light palette. And I have been using a Real Techniques brush. This one is the No Name brush. It's just like a fluffy, small angled brush. I feel like it gives me a more natural application because it's not so densely packed. The nose is done. Now I'm taking the salmon-y orangey shade on the same palette. I'm just going to pat that on the T-zone area just for a little bit of extra highlight. For blush, I'm using a very subtle pink blush, and this one is a Rose Daphne by Sephora. And I'm just going to apply that ever so lightly on the apples of the cheeks just so I don't look so pale, just for a tiny bit of color. There you go. For the eyes, I'm going to be taking Dusty Rose from the Artist Palette of Anastasia, and I'm just going to be popping that into the crease. I want to keep the eyes super simple, you guys. I want to create a super sharp wing that is going to cut somebody. And now I'm taking Buttery from the same palette, and it's just like a nice skin tone yellowish shadow, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lids, and whatever's left over I'm going to apply that on the brow bone area. Now taking MAC's Rice Paper, it is compared to NYLON, it is a little bit more. NYLON is a really white frosty shade, and Rice Paper a little bit more towards the warmer yellow sides of the white. It's like an off-white. So I'm just going to take Rice Paper and I'm going to apply that on the inner corner of the eye just for a tiny bit of highlight. Oh, I don't see it at all. Never mind. I am taking NYLON then. NYLON by MAC. There we go. That's more visible. And I'm also going to drag it like underneath that eye area on the inner third of the tear duct area, like on the bottom side. You know what I'm going to use for my wing liner. It is the NYC liquid liner, and I'm going to do my wing, and I'm going to do it really, we'll see how it comes out. I don't really know. Now, of course, mascara. For the lips, I want to keep them nice and peachy and subtle. I'm going to take Sweet and Sour by MAC, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lips. That's everything. I always feel like I have to wear a lot of makeup sometimes, but then some other days like today, I'm not really feeling like the whole glam thing. I don't know. I just feel like wearing minimal makeup, and well, minimal makeup. To me, this is really minimal. You guys know I'm all about my full coverage, full on glam, but some days is not all about the full glam. I just felt like doing something subtle, something that shows that you still can look put together and pretty with just a little bit of makeup. I guess it's true, less is more, because I am wearing not even half of the amount of makeup that I usually wear, and I still feel good. I don't know how I'm feeling. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this less is more makeup look. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye!